Fight week for UFC 312 is in full swing, and while Illia Topuria and Alexander Volkanovski aren't fighting, they've still managed to stay in the spotlight. Both are in Australia to support their teammates. El Matador is there for his brother Alexander, while Volk is cornering his teammate's thick knees. But even outside the cage, tensions between them are heating up. In an interview with Main Event, Ilia was asked about a possible rematch with Volk, and he didn't hold back, confidently claimed that the result wouldn't change, except this time. He'd submit Volk instead of knocking him out, just for fun. Fans took this as blatant disrespect, and so did Volkanovski. Later that day, Volk had his own interview with Main Event and fired back. He revealed that the UFC is trying to schedule the rematch, but Topuria is dragging his feet in negotiations. According to Volk, Illia is more focused on chasing a fight with Islam Makachev rather than defending his featherweight belt. He urged Topuria to quit wasting time on Makachev and step back into the octagon with him instead.
They want me to keep defending the belt in the 145 division. Maybe I will do that, but if they let me go up in 155, I will do that also. Really, very glad. I don't want to do it again because I like Volk and I know what's going to happen if we face each other again.
You think it's the same thing?
Yeah, of course it's the same thing. You know, as I always say, I represent the new generation of mixed martial arts. I bring a different type of game that he's not used to. So I know what's going to happen. Maybe the next time, instead of knock him out, I will submit him. So maybe I'm going to change that to have different type of clips.
Volk made it clear that despite Ilia's tough talk, he is actually avoiding the fight and looking to move up in weight instead.
What's the situation at that point?
I mean, like, to be honest, it's they want me to fight. They want me to fight for the belt. I think they're trying to figure that out. You know what I mean? Obviously, we've got a date that we want. You know, they know I want to fight. That's just, you know, if the UFC want it and you know, he's pushing for it and they can make that happen, all right, good on them. But if they can't make it happen, it's not waste time unless they lock out fighting. You know, that's just sort of how it is.
Dana White recently appeared on the Straight Talk podcast and made it clear that his priority is booking the Volkanovski versus Topuria rematch. He stood firm on his stance, emphasizing that Volk has always been there for the UFC when needed. Now Dana is ready to return the favor by giving Volkanovski whatever he wants. Dricus Duplessi recently shared his thoughts on Khamzat Chimaev, disclosing that he had initially targeted Chimaev as his next opponent, particularly following Chimaev's commanding win over Robert Whittaker. Duplessi expressed his admiration for Chimaev, noting that his performance against Whittaker stood out more than Strickland's victory over Costa, which had initially led him to believe the Chechen fighter would be his next challenge. However, once the rematch with Strickland was officially confirmed, Duplessi shifted his full attention to the former champion. Despite this change in plans, Duplessi emphasized that a fight with Chimaev is still in his future, and he is fully prepared to face the undefeated fighter after his second title defense. Duplessi acknowledged Chimaev's exceptional skills, describing him as an incredible competitor. But he also stressed that any fighter in the division's top 5 poses a significant threat.
I think Khamzat is an incredible fighter, but you know, you're fighting in the top 5 of the UFC, everybody's incredible fighters. And you know, he has this one thing that works for him and it's been good, but you know, Khamzat is an absolute animal, absolutely. But I mean, you look at the Gilbert Burns fight, which you could have scored either way. You look at the Kamaru Usman fight, and you go, yeah, he did beat Robert Whittaker, but obviously his teeth broke back. It's unfortunate. He is really good. So, you know, deserving of a title shot 100% after that performance. You know, if you look at the Strickland's last performance versus Paulo Costa, and then you look at Khamzat's last performance versus Robert Whittaker, that's a no-brainer that Khamzat gets a title fight. And I had my own selfish reasons. I was more excited to fight a Khamzat. But I don't mind the Strickland fight either. You know, let's put that to bed. Khamzat fight is going to be there right after this.
And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.